Welcome back, everybody. We're here to pull cards for July the 6th. I am going to be pulling one card for overall energy, and then after that I'll pull one card for each sign, and we'll see how those energies interact together for the day. So for overall energy, right now I'm just waiting until the deck lets me know that we've got the right card and it's time for me to stop shuffling. But right now I'm still just shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling. Here we go. Okay, overall energy shows up as the Seven of Swords. Okay, so Seven of Swords can be about making a strategy. With the way that Crow is right at the forefront of the card, it could be about some type of warning. This could be about strategically getting out of some kind of situation, maybe even sort of sneaking away from a situation. Some people would associate this card with stealth, with theft even. That could be, but I've also seen it a lot with not so much theft, but just people trying to, realizing that they're in a situation that is not healthy and working on getting out of it, even if it's a little bit complicated. So there could be some stealthiness there. I'm not saying it's not theft. I'm not going to take that off the table. We'll see how it plays out with each sign. But that's just not generally what I see with this card. All right, if you can't tell, I really like my cards to look straight on the camera, and I like them to be straight on the table so they look straight on the camera. Sometimes that doesn't work out so well, sometimes it does. Aries, let's rock. Six of Wands showing up for you guys. This is interesting. So Aries, what I'm feeling like as I'm looking at these cards is that, there's somebody who is giving you some kind of appreciation. They're acknowledging something that they are admiring about you or that they're thankful for about you. They're seeing that you have put something into things that benefit not just yourself, but also other people as well. And they are showing their appreciation for that. Now here, with the overall energy, I think this is making you very uncomfortable. You are not wanting to be noticed or recognized for whatever this is that you've done. And so I think you're trying to find a way that you can slide out of that or to minimize that expression of appreciation. Let's look at Taurus. Taurus. Page of Cups showing up here. Taurus, I do think that you are hearing some kind of message from somebody about how much they care about you, how important you are to them. And with this as our overall energy, I think that, very similar to Aries, this is not something that makes you feel very comfortable. And so you're trying to minimize that or sort of walk away from that. Here we almost see like you trying to fly away from whatever this person is saying. Here we see you maybe using some stealth, trying to be polite about it, but at the same time trying to get out of that situation where that person is showing you so much appreciation. Next up, we're going to look at Geminis. Eight of Pentacles showing up in reverse. Eight of Pentacles, Geminis, just means that no work is happening today. So if you're actually clocking in on the job, nothing's really getting accomplished. A lot of you will not be clocking in on the job. Also, if you were planning to do something around the house or in the garden or whatever, I don't see that happening either. Not with that Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Work is not being accomplished. And with our overall energy, the Seven of Swords, I think you're trying to keep that on the down low. You're trying to not let just anybody and everybody know that nothing is actually getting accomplished today. All right, let's look at Cancer. Temperance, temperance, temperance. All right, Cancers. I feel like people have an expectation around you of you staying balanced, keeping everything under control, not doing anything obsessive, not participating in anything addictive, no escapist behavior. And I think that today it just feels like, yeah, other people's expectations are just a little more than I want to deal with right now. And so I think with our overall energy, this is what you're sort of trying to sneak away from. You're trying to get away from other people's expectations. So you may be going to a place where there aren't other people sitting around with expectations. And, trying to do that on the down low without everybody just realizing, whew, you're putting a load on me, babe. I gotta go. All right, so there's Cancer. Next up, let's look at Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. Okay, Leo, we've got a little bit of a different message here for you. Star card in reverse. This is talking about the idea of not feeling very hopeful about something that you did once have hope about. And with our Seven of Swords and the overall energy, I feel like this is what you're trying to sort of walk away from or make a strategy to overcome. So you don't want to not feel hopeful. You want to actually feel like you can hope for whatever this thing is again. And you are making a strategy for how to turn things around so that you can be hopeful about it again. Virgo, Two of Cups. What's happening here, Virgo? Two of Cups. Somebody or something that you're intrigued by. You would like to spend more time, more energy with them. You would like to understand them better, get to know them better, whether it's a person, a recreational activity, a hobby, whatever. You're intrigued by this. You're drawn into it. You want to spend more energy getting to know it and understand it. Now, with the Seven of Swords, you're denying yourself that for whatever reason. Maybe you don't feel like it's appropriate for you to be getting into this, So you are trying to figure out where else you can spend your time and your energy and your efforts. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, who was that? That was Virgo. Next up, we're looking at Libra. Magician card in reverse. Libra, Libra, Libra. Libras. It looks to me like people are looking up to you and expecting you to be able to solve all the problems and bring all the answers and make everybody happy and all of that good stuff. And I don't feel like that's very realistic for anybody to look up to anybody, for them to be able to do that, number one. Obviously, it's not working here with the Magician card coming up in reverse. And I think that with the Seven of Swords and the overall energy, I think you're trying to really let people know, look, I cannot be your everything. All right? You might have to find somebody else to fill particular roles. You might have to look to yourself to fulfill particular roles, but I cannot be your everything. And I think that you are saying that in a very clear way, Libra. I really don't feel like you're even being stealthy about actually saying that. I think it feels yucky to you because you feel like maybe you're letting people down. And so there's this feeling of, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm robbing from somebody. But at the same time, I don't really get that you're robbing from anybody. I think that you've depleted yourself and it's time to take some time to start, re-energizing you. Okay, so that's Libra. Next up, we're looking at Scorpio. Oh. Scorpio, Two of Wands. Ha! Scorpios, we have some type of decision that we are trying to get out of here. There's some type of decision we need to make, and whatever we choose is going to be just fine. It's going to work out perfectly well either way. However, we don't want to make this decision. There's something going on here where I feel like we're afraid of some type of backlash if we decide one way or the other. So we are more than happy to let somebody else make that decision and just say, you know what, we'll just go along. Whatever you decide, we're just along for the ride. That's kind of where we are, Scorpio. So with that overall energy, we're just trying to get out of making this decision. We would much rather have somebody else make this decision. That way we don't have to hear any backlash. We can enjoy whatever decision is made. Everything remains more peaceful than if we make a decision and somebody else wishes we would have made a different one. Just easier to say, here, you decide. Either way, it turns out well, so, whatever. All right, so that's Scorpios. Let's look at Sagittarius. You should always pick your battles, guys. Just saying. Always pick your battles. Sagittarius. Three of Pentacles showing up in reverse. Three of Pentacles in reverse. What's going on here? Okay, so Sagittarius, this is kind of a complicated message, so I hope I can say this in a way that's clear for everyone to understand. Three of Pentacles in reverse talks about this idea of a collaboration that was planned and intended, but the other person is not able to do everything they thought they would be able to towards whatever the goal is of that collaboration, okay? Which leaves you standing on your own, trying to carry all the responsibility for this collaboration yourself, or rescheduling the collaboration, one or the other, because you know you can do your part. You may not know if you can do the other person's part of the deal or not, okay? So with this overall energy of the Seven of Swords, I think you're really trying very hard to find somebody who can fill in for this person who's not able to collaborate with you. Really looking for whoever that might happen to be. Okay, so that's Sagittarius. I know you guys want to know if you'll be successful or not. I can't tell from these cards. But a private reading never hurts. You can even get best advice for where to look for somebody else to fill in. Just saying. Capricorn. King of Cups. What do we have? What do we have? Capricorns. Aww. Capricorns, I think you're all in your feels today and it's not making you feel very comfortable. Not making you feel very comfortable. Feelings are important to you today and they just kind of keep resurfacing no matter what you do. And with this card coming up as the overall energy, I think you're trying to run away from your feelings today. You're really trying to pretend that, you know, I really don't care about that. It's okay. I'm not going to react to that because, you know, it's just not as important as what y'all think it is. It's not that big of a deal. That's what I see for y'all today, Capricorn. Be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. Acknowledge your own feelings. It will help you. Aquarius. Whew. Lover's card coming up in reverse for those of us with Aquarius placements. This just means that there's some kind of partnership that is on the rocks. We're having a hard time being on the same page with this other person in the partnership. Here's the thing. With this Seven of Swords, we are really trying to figure out how to get this partnership to work. We're going to say whatever it takes to make this partnership work, whether it's reasonable or rational or not. Okay? So just really seeing that a partnership is falling apart and trying to do whatever we can to actually fix it and bring it back into wholeness again. But not necessarily, I feel like, Aquarius, you're under so much pressure that you're going to say whatever it takes, whether it makes sense or not. So be careful about what you're actually saying to get a partnership to come back together. All right. And last but not least is Pisces. Pisces, looks to me like you're away from home today. And I think that you may be trying to get back home earlier than planned, or trying to sneak home for a visit without anybody really knowing. Or you just may, you may not be taking any action. You may be incredibly homesick. But either way, there's something here to do with trying to get back home or being very homesick, Pisces. All right. So that's what I've got for today, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Looking forward to working with some of you later on today, and the rest of you, I will see back on the next video. Peace out.